What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Video I'm going to be doing. I am going to be doing a deck profile on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. This is going to be my Ice Barrier deck profile. So without further ado, let's get this started. So here we go, showing you my Ice Barrier deck profile in Master Duel. So let's start off with the main deck. We got 2 copies of Hex's Spirit, the Ice Barrier. Is your Foolish Burial, but for a level 3 or lower Ice Barrier monster, of course you do that during your main phase. Hex also has an effect where, while you control another Ice Barrier monsters, your opponent could lose 500 attack and defense. And of course, the second effect that, during the main phase, you send a level 3 or lower Ice Barrier monster from your deck to graveyard. And if you do, this card's level becomes the same as that monster's until the end phase of the turn. And of course, you can only use that effect once per turn. So Hex's Spirit, of course, there are some Ice Barrier monsters that you're going to send from the deck to graveyard. Cards like, your Mirror Mage, your Defender, even you can Warlock that too if you want to. So, but you're only going to use this card, Hex's Spirit, to send the Mirror Mage mostly. Alright, next card we got is Swap Frog. Of course, in Master Duel, Swap Frog is limited to 1, but in real life in the TCG is at 3. But in Master Duel, this card is at 1. Swap Frog is very good. You can special summon this card from your hand by discarding another water monster from your hand, special summon it, and when this card is summoned, you can send a level 2 or lower water aqua monster from your deck or face-up field to the graveyard. And of course, we play this card because the level 2 aqua monster you're going to send from the deck to the graveyard with Swap Frog is your Mirror Mage. So that way you get Mirror Mage for the search and stuff like that. And also, you can also has an effect where during your main phase you can return this card to the hand. And the good thing about this, if you have this card and then you have Revealer, you use Swap Frog's effects. Discard another one of them, especially some of the Swap Frog. Swap Frog's effect to Foolish Burial your Mirror Mage, and then once you get that, then you search for Mirror Mage's effect to search, and then Swap Frog, you can activate his other effect to bounce him back to the hand and use him as a discarding cost for Revealer. When you normal summon Revealer, you can discard the Swap Frog and then special summon the Ice Barrier to him from your deck. So it's very, very good. Alright, so here is a couple of hand traps I played. First, we got Max C. Now, Max C is banned in real life in the TCG. However, in Master Duel, this card is at 3. But in this deck, I only play 2. Max C is amazing, I do kind of miss Max C in real life in the TCG. I wish this card would have come back, maybe at least at one point. Who knows? Maybe it will happen in the future. Kind of doubt it, but then again, I can understand why, but it's still a very good card to play because this is the card you're going to use because, each time your opponent special summon, you just draw 1 card for each of those special summonings, so, yep. Next, we got 3 copies of Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier. This is a very good card. What this card does, you contribute 1 other effect monsters, to special summon up to 3 Ice Barrier tokens that are Aqua type, Water attribute, level 1, attack and defense is 0. And if you do increase this card's level by that number, also you cannot special summon from the extra for the rest of this turn except for water synchro monsters. And it also has an effect where if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one of your Ice Barrier monsters, your Ice Barrier cards that is banished or in your deck to your hand, except Mirror Mage, and you can only use each effect of this once per turn. So the special summoning up to 3 tokens, like for example, if you special summon 3 of them, Mirror Mage gains 1 level for each of them, so Mirror Mage will be level 5. And the good thing about Mirror Mage is so good because this is a card that helps you go for your amazing synchro plays easily. You can go for your level 8s, you can go for Drag Knight, or you can even go for level 9s and go for Croco Dragon, once you have this and, summon out the Core Dragon and then you can get another token and then, all that stuff. So it's pretty good. Very good card, and of course this is the card that you need, especially when you want to summon out your Croco Dragon, and then you use Core Dragon and draw like 4 cards, so it's pretty good. Next we got Defender of the Ice Barrier. I actually like Defender. It's actually a very good level 3 tuner monster, and this card's effect says while you control another Ice Barrier monster, your opponent cannot declare an attack if their attack is greater than or equal to this card's defense. So basically, Defender's defense points is 1600. So an opponent's monster that has 1600 or more cannot declare an attack. So it's very good. It's a very good protection. It's like a brick wall and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Next, we got Warlock of the Ice Barrier. Warlock is very good. She's basically your anti-spell fragment for Ice Barriers. It's an anti-spell fragment on legs. Of course, while you control another Ice Barrier monster, Both players must set spell cards before activating them, and of course they cannot activate them until their next turn, so it's very good. Alright, for the other hand traps I play, got 1 copy of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, it's very good. 3 copies of Ash Blossom and George Spling, and the 1 copy of Ghost Bell Haunted Mansions. You already know how these, you all know what these card does, so no need to explain these because these are very good hand traps to play. Next, we got 3 copies of Reveal the Ice Barrier. Reveal is your starter of this deck. What she does is, while you control another Ice Barrier monster, your opponent cannot tribute summon. You can only use each of the following effects of Reveal once per turn. You can discard 1 card to special summon 1 Ice Barrier tuner from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the except for water monsters. If a card would be discarded or send a card from the hand to the graveyard, you can activate an Ice Barrier monster's effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard instead of one of those cards. So it's pretty good, and even though it has a restriction where if you activate the first effect, you only got special summon water monsters. Almost every monster in your main and extra deck are water monsters, so it should not be a problem. So it's all good. But Revealer is a very good starter deck. Go for your single plays easily and stuff. And also, I like how you can banish card in the graveyard instead of discarding to activate a monster. It's good if you have Bryonic, and if you want to discard one of the cards of Bryonic to use the effect, you could just banish the Revealer instead. So pretty cool, and you still get Bryonic back to bounce back an opponent's card to the hand. So it's a very good starter card. Next, we'll play 3 copies of Speaker for the Ice Bears. Speaker's a very good extender. What she does is, while you control another Ice Bear monster, defense position monster your opponent control cannot change their battle position. You can only use each of the following effect of Speaker once per turn. If you control an Ice Bear monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And other effect says, if you control an Ice Bear monster, you can banish card to the graveyard, special summon 1 Ice Bear token, Aqua type water level 1, attack and defense is 0. Very good. Summon out an Ice Bear token. And it's a very good extender. It's very good for your single plays, your link plays and stuff. Very, very good. And even XC's play, but I don't play XC's plays because in Master Duel, Totally Awesome is banned. So yeah, that's why I only play link monster stuff. But you can use it for singles and link plays as well. So Speaker is a very good extender. I mean, you could play either 2 or 3. It doesn't matter. Even if you play it at 2, it's still a very good card to play. Next, we play 1 copy of General Wing the Ice Bearer. Only one. 1 is all you need, and you do really need to play this card because General Wing's effect is very good. You only need to play 1. What he does is, spells and track cards sent from the graveyard to your opponent is about to go to the field to your opponent's graveyard are banished instead. Basically, your Macrocosmo, but only banishing your opponent's spells and traps. You can only use each effect of General Wing once per turn. If your opponent controls a monster, you control an Ice Bear monster, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Ice Bear spell and track card from your deck to your hand. So it's very good to search for your medallions, your wins, all that other stuff, so it's very good. 1 copy of General Raiho the Ice Barrier. It's your effect Veiler on legs. What he does is, if your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, resolves, your opponent has to discard 1 card. Or in order to use that monster's effect. If not, then the monster effect is negated. The good thing about General Raiho is that it's not a once per turn at all, so you can still use the effect more and more and more. And each time your opponent activates a monster effect on the field to resolve, they have to discard a card from the hand in order to use the effect. But once they have no cards in their hands, you can negate an opponent's monster effect easily. General Raiho is so good, you can summon out this card with Lancia, so it's amazing. Next, we play 3 copies of Georgia Swordsman of the Ice Barrier. Georgia is a very good tuner monster, level 6. What he does is, while you control another Ice Barrier monster, your opponent cannot activate monster's effects in the graveyard. You can only each effect of Georgia once per turn. If you control an Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon this card for your hand in defense position. If this card is normal special summon, you can special summon 1 level 5 or lower Ice Barrier monster from your hand or graveyard. Very good level 6 tuner. And the good thing about this card is that you can easily summon out level 10s easily with this card and Revealer, and special all that stuff. It's a very good extender as well, special summoning an Ice Bear monster, which is level 5 lower for the hand or graveyard when it's normal special summon, so it's very good. Next, we'll play 1 copy of Media of the Ice Bear. Media is pretty good. What she does is, if your opponent controls 4 more cards more than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent can only activate 1 spell / track card each turn, so it's very good. It's basically like a Shien Shogun for, from 6 Samurai, but for Ice Bear, so it's pretty cool. Next, we play one copy of Tidal, Dragon Waterfall. I actually like playing Tidal because there's so many combos of play you could do with this card. So basically, this is the one that has a Foolish Burial effect. When you discard this card and another one monster from your hand to the graveyard, then you just send a monster from your deck to the graveyard. The good thing about this card is that he has an effect where, you know, you can special summon this card from the hand graveyard by banishing, you know, 2 water monsters and Soldier Dragon monsters. If you have that card and you have Qin Yang and your opponent has like a card in the graveyard or in the field, you use Tidal's effect special summon to banish the 2 water monsters, and then you can use Qin Yang's effect to banish a card from your opponent's field and 1 card from the graveyard, which is pretty good. So there's so many ways you can do to summon out Tidal, and so many ways you can use this card, so it's very good. Next, we play 3 copies of Ice J, Ran, Adriani. Ran is pretty good because it easily helps you go for your level 10 monsters easily. So it helps you go for level 10 single monster. Of course, you know, discard another water monster, special summon it, and then special summon a level 3 token, an Ice J token, which is a level 3 monster. So you can go for your Lancia or your Jameer or your Qin Yang. So it's very, very good. That's it for the monsters. Now for the spells, 1 copy of Heartbeat Feather Duster, 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 copy of Heavy Storm. So Heavy Storm originally came out the banlist on Master Duel, and I have a good feeling that this card will be coming out in real life in the TCG, so that's pretty good. Playing these 3 cards, you know how these, you know what they do, so it's very good. 3 copies of Medallion Ice Barrier. This card you always got to play at 3 because it's a rotor for Ice Barrier. You can add 1 Ice Barrier monster from the deck to your hand, and that's any Ice Barrier monster, so it's very good. 1 copy of Wins Over the Ice Barriers. Very good card. 1 is all you need because this card does come up at times. You know, you have to tribute any number of Ice Barrier monsters to special summon many of the level 4 lower Ice Barrier monsters with different names from each other. And then during your main phase, except to turn this card sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard. Then target 1 of your Ice Barrier monsters that is banished or in your graveyard added to your hand. Of course, you can only use each offensive wins over all the Ice Barrier once per turn. And of course, we play 1 copy of Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier. All these cards will be searched with General Wayne. Freezing Chains, you know, you activate this card, target a level 4 or lower Ice Barrier monster from the graveyard, special summon it. While you control 3 or more Ice Barrier monsters, Ice Barrier monsters you control are unaffected by the effect of monsters that were special, opponent's monsters that were special summoned for the extra deck. So you can only activate 1 Freezing once per turn. So very good card to play. 2 copies of Called by the Grave because, you know, the hand traps and all that stuff. 1 copy of Ice Barrier. It's a very good battle trap because, you know, when an attack is declared involving an opponent's monster, change that opponent's monster's attack to 0 and negate its effect, and also it cannot change the battle position. The second effect is very good because what it does is you can banish this card from your graveyard to send a level 5 or higher water monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can add 1 water monster from your graveyard to your hand. Also, until the end phase of the next turn after this card was resolved, you cannot special summon monsters except for water monsters, which that's not a problem because almost every monster in your main extra are water monsters. So it's a very good try. It's very good. It's good, like you could send your Tidal from your deck to the graveyard, your medium, stuff like George's, and then you just grab any water monster. You can even send Rand, Adriani to the graveyard too, so it's very good. Next, we play 3 copies of Infinite Permanence to round out the main deck. You all know what this card does. That's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, 1 copy of Bryonic, Dragon the Ice Barrier. Bryonic is very good. You can also special summon this card, you know, from your extra deck with Lancia, so it's pretty cool. And we all know what Bryonic does. You know, discard any number of cards right in the graveyard, then target those same number of cards to your opponent control and return them from the field to the hand, so it's very good. And you only use Bryonic about once per turn. 1 copy of Core Dragon is your Synchro Tuner. This is a card with a combo that you're going to use with this card and the tokens, you know, summon out your level 8s like your Dragon Knight or your level 9s like Croco Dragon. So, and also, Core Dragon's effect, you know, once per turn, discard 1 card, target 1 card, your opponent control, destroy it. And then the second effect said, if the Synchro Summoning card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you could draw 1 card. So you can only use this effect once per turn. So it's very good. 1 copy of Glacial Beast, Iceberg Noir. Glacial Beast is pretty good. Each time another monster you control is destroyed by an opponent's attack or card effect, inflicts 600 damage to your opponent during the battle phase when your opponent activates a card effect while you control another monster. Quick effect, you negate that effect. And if you do destroy, you can only use that effect, Iceberg Noir, once per turn. It's pretty good. Very good negation during a battle phase, which is very important. Next, we play 1 copy of White Euro Whale. Whale is very good. If this Synchro Summoning card, you know, when this card is Synchro Summoning, you can destroy all monsters your opponent control that are in attack position. And then this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. And if this card is attacking an opponent's monster in defense position, inflict piercing battle damage. If this card in your position is destroyed by an opponent's card, and send to the graveyard, you can banish one other water monster from your graveyard and special summon this card. And if you do that, it is special summon as a tuner monster. It's a pretty good card to play. Next, we play another good level 8 monster, and that's one copy of Adamant Superior Risen Dragonite. Dragonite is good because he has an effect where when your opponent activates a spell in a trap, while you have a water monster in your graveyard, quick effect, you can negate it and if you destroy it. So you know it's a once per turn negation. One copy of Traditional Dragon Ice Bear, very good card. You all know what it does. Banishing up to one card each when it's single summon. Banish one card from your opponent's hand, and then one card in your opponent's field, and then one card in your opponent's graveyard. Next, we'll play one copy of Ravenous Crocodile Dragon Archetypes. Crocodile Dragon is very good. It gains 500 attack and defense for each card in your hand, and you can only use each of the effect once per turn. If this card is single summon, you can draw cards equal to the number of non-tuners used for a synchro summoning. And then quick effect, you can discard 2 cards to target one card in the field and destroy it. Very good. And like I said, if you have like 3 Ice Barrier tokens and a Core Dragon, you use Core Dragon, single tuner, and then single for level 9, go for Crocodile Dragon. And Chainlink 1, you gotta go Crocodile Dragon. Chainlink 2, you go Core Dragon. Core Dragon, you draw 1 card, and then Crocodile Dragon draws 3. So that you could draw 4 cards, which is insane. Drawing 4 cards is amazing. Next, we play one copy of Sword Soul Supreme Summoning Yugioh. Yugioh is very good in this deck, a very good level 10 synchro. What he does is, for each banished cards, this card gains 100 attack and defense, and your opponent's monsters lose 100 attack and defense. If this card would be destroyed by a card effect, you could banish 1 card from your graveyard instead. If a card is banished, except during the damage step, you could banish 1 card from both on your opponent's field and graveyard. And of course, you can only use this effect of Yugioh once per turn. Very good. Next, we'll play one copy of Ice Jade Jameer A. Jarini. Jameer is pretty good too. Quick effect, you can activate this card. Face up monsters you control cannot be destroyed or banished by an opponent's card effects this turn. Then, if you activate this effect in response to your opponent's card effect activation, and your opponent has a card with that name on their field and / or graveyard, you can banish those cards. If a card is banished by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. So you can only use each effect Jameer once per turn. Very good card to play. Another good level 10 synchro. And speaking of level 10 synchro, 2 copies of Lancia, our Central Dragon of the Ice Mountain. This card is insane. Very good card. It has an effect where once per chain, if your opponent special summon monsters, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Ice Barrier monster from your hand, deck, extra deck, or graveyard. Then you can change 1 attack position monster your opponent controls to defense position. And you can only use this effect of Lancia up to twice per turn. That is insane. So that means you can special summon any Ice Barrier monster anywhere. You can summon out your Medium, you can summon out your Georgius, your General Raiho, your Warlock, your Defender. Like, it's amazing. And Lancia also has another effect where this face-up synchro summoning card is in his owner's control leads the field by an opponent's card. You can special summon 1 Ice Barrier single monster from your extra deck, but this is treated as a single summoning. So it's very good. And the fact that this card is treated as a single summoning when it leads the field by an opponent's card, summon out your Trish to 0 or your regular Trish as well, which is very good. Next, we play 1 copy of Trish to 0 Dragon Ice Barrier. When this card is single summoning, you can banish up to 3 cards your opponent control. If the single summoning card in his owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card, special summon 1 Trish Dragon Ice Barrier from your extra deck or graveyard. If the attack becomes 3,300, and then you can have the attack of any face-up monster your opponent control, and also negate their effect. So you can only use this effect of Trish 0 once per turn. So it's pretty good negations, and then banishing up to 3 cards your opponent control is very good. Special summon the Trish. The only problem is when you special summon a Trish from the extra graveyard, it's not a synchro summoning, it's just a special summoning. So keep that in mind. That's it for the synchro. And for links, we play 1 copy of Miss Starboy because it's a beat stick. All the water monsters gain 500 attack. All fire monsters lose 400 attack and defense. And of course, if Miss Starboy gets destroyed, you could just add target 1 water monster and you're going to add it to your hand. You only use that effect once per turn. Then we play 1 copy of Maurice's Court Anemone. You can target 1 monster with 15 or less attack points in your graveyard and special summon it to the zone that this card points to. Very good card to play because Anemone, of course, you mostly want to summon out Mirror Mage in your graveyard, and then you can use Mirror Mage to tribute your Anemone and summon out the 3 tokens. So it's very good. And the last link monster is Area the Water Charmer Gemto. very good card to play because, you know, if your opponent has a water monster, you could just special summon to the zone that this card points to. And if this card is destroyed, you know, by battle by opponent's card effect while this card is in his own monster zone, you could add 1/1 a monster with 15 or less defense from your deck to your hand. So, and of course, you only use each effect of Gentle once per turn, so it's pretty good. Okay, so that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed me doing my Ice Barrier deck profile in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. That's going to be it for the video, so don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe, and post your comments in the comments section below. Tell me what you think about my Ice Barrier deck profile in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. That's going to be it for the video. This is Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care. Have a good day. Goodbye. Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.